You make
But
40.
see, he negates the...
No, ma'am. You made more money, and you tried to. First of all, I feel offended that you came into my courtroom and tried to downplay what the situation was, what it was in the first place. You made it appear as though this child turned 18 and your child support should naturally terminate. That's not what's going on. Your child has special needs that this man has been paying for, and you have gotten a $12,000 raise, in a sense, of salary.
Let's dive into this.
Mrs. or Miss Johnson?
Soon to be Miss.
Sir, I was talking to her. Soon to be Miss.
Yes.
Mrs. Johnson.
Yes.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, I did. The child is now 18. I would like to be relieved of the child support payments.
Continue.
Because I've fulfilled my obligations in the amicable split that we had. So since the child is 18, I would like to be relieved of child support payments.
Okay.
Alright guys, what starts as a simple request to end child support is about to turn into something far more complicated. An 18-year-old child, legally an adult. But the real question is, does that automatically end a parent's financial responsibility? One parent walks in expecting relief, confident the law is on their side. But within seconds, the courtroom energy shifts, and a hidden reality begins to surface. This isn't just about age anymore. It's about dependency, responsibility, and whether the truth was fully presented from the start. Stay with this, because what unfolds next completely changes the direction of this case.
Sir, how do you feel about that?
Ma'am, I don't know what kind of Afrocentrickery she's trying to run up in here, but it costs money to raise a child. I understand he's 18, but he's handicapped. He's special.
Okay, so now we're getting to the meat of it, because that's not what she just presented to me.
She
She
just
just presented
special
it.
right now because she don't want to
Well,
pay this
sir,
money.
let's not do name calling. That's not nice.
I didn't call her no names, ma'am. I'm just saying she's acting special. All I know is this. It costs money to take care of this child. I don't have it.
When you say he's special, what type of disability does
He has
he
a
have?
mental disability, ma'am.
Okay. What type of medical bills does he have?
Currently, my bills are running about $1,800 a month. I have a garage. Obviously, by my dress and appearance today, I'm a simple man. But I make a clean living and do what I have to do. But
This is the exact moment the case flips. What seemed like a routine termination request suddenly becomes a legal complication. The father reveals the child isn't just 18 but has special needs. And in family law, that changes everything. Courts don't just look at age, they look at independence. If a child cannot fully support themselves due to physical or mental limitations, support can legally continue beyond adulthood. So now the judge isn't deciding if support ends, she's deciding if it ever should.
I can only fix so many cars a day and have to put on helmets and change stuff. I don't have the time.
Okay, what type of medical expenses does the child have on a monthly basis?
He has rehabilitation.
Okay.
He also has some vocational training skills to help him. We're trying to get him out there on his own a little bit.
Okay.
And he also has a speech therapist that comes in once a week also to help him out.
Okay. And other than that, is he does he have any other disabilities or anything?
Not really, other than, her not being around ever.
Okay.
That's the only disability that's really got it messed up.
How much is rehab a month?
Rehab a month is $400, ma'am.
400. Okay. Does he go to a special type of school?
No, actually, the state sends someone to him at the residence because it's actually become more of a hindrance to get him somewhere than it is to actually take care of him at the home.
Okay.
Now we start hearing the actual breakdown of care, and it's significant. Rehab, therapy, in-home assistance, these aren't optional expenses, they're essential for the child's daily functioning. Legally, this strengthens the father's position immediately, because once ongoing medical and developmental needs are established, the court's priority shifts fully toward maintaining stability for the child. At this point, the original argument to end support is already losing ground. The real question now is, why wasn't this clearly presented from the beginning?
And you want to be removed from child support, and you hear about all of the care that it takes to take care of your adult child who's disabled? well, has special needs?
Your Honor,
Make this good.
I'm going to make this good due to the fact that I have been around, I do contribute, I am there. My job takes me all over the world. Not only do I'm an educator, but I also have another son as well too, who is 16. I'm in both of their lives. So therefore, I need a little reprieve because there are certain things that I need to do with cash. Certain investments I want to make.
When I speak, you stop talking, okay?
Sure.
You're doing a whole lot of talking and you're not saying anything, okay?
Here's where things get even more interesting. The mother tries to justify her position by highlighting her presence in the child's life and her responsibilities elsewhere. But legally, involvement doesn't replace obligation. The court isn't measuring emotional presence. It's measuring financial responsibility based on the child's needs. And when those needs are ongoing, consistent support becomes non-negotiable. You can feel the judge narrowing in now, not just on what's being said, but what's being avoided.
Your child has needs that this man pays for. Rehab alone is $400 a month. Is this an expense that a doctor has told you that's going to be ongoing in the future?
Me, ma'am?
Yes, you, sir.
Oh, sure. Yes, ma'am. It's still going to go on. I mean, as far as, she's just worried about her needs.
What about
the people in hell need ice water?
What about the caretaker coming out to the home? Is that going to be something that's ongoing as well?
No, ma'am. That's going to end here actually in about 2 years here. It's gonna
2
end.
years?
Yes,
2
ma'am.
years?
Yes,
and
ma'am.
you are asking me to stop paying child support today? You know what, ma'am? According to the paperwork that you provided, your child support is based on your annual income of $30,000.
This is a critical legal checkpoint. The judge begins confirming whether these medical expenses are temporary or long-term, and once it's established that the care will continue into the future, the case direction becomes almost locked in. In family law, long-term dependency overrides age limits. That means the argument to terminate support doesn't just weaken, it nearly collapses. At this stage, the only thing that could shift the outcome is financial reality, and that's exactly where the focus goes next.
A year, right?
That is correct.
How much are you making now?
Probably a little more over 10,000
Okay.
over that.
You know what? Let me ask him, because I don't think some of the information you're giving me is very truthful. Sir, how
Yes,
much money does she make a year that you know of?
When we first did the situation, she was making $30,000 a year. Now,
Okay.
by the way we dressed today, obviously one of us didn't come up. So I think somebody might need to talk to somebody or count some beans or something, because I know somebody making a little money, ain't me. I had this garage.
Now we enter dangerous territory: financial truth. The mother initially claims one income level, but under questioning, that number starts to shift. And in court, that's a major red flag. Judges rely heavily on accurate financial disclosure to calculate support. The moment inconsistency appears, credibility takes a hit. And once credibility is questioned, even legitimate arguments lose strength. This isn't just about money anymore, it's about trust. And right now, that trust is slipping.
Myself for 35 years.
But the child lives with you, correct?
Right. Now, I
Ma'am?
have to keep my other garage.
Ma'am, how much money do you make a year, truthfully?
Truthfully, about 42,000.
You make
But
40.
see, he negates the six.
No,
Okay.
no, ma'am. You made more money, and you tried to. First of all, I feel offended that you came into my courtroom and tried to downplay what the situation was, what it was in the first place. You made it appear as though this child turned 18 and your child support should naturally terminate. That's not what's going on. Your child has special needs that this man has been paying for, and you have gotten a $12,000 raise, in a sense, of salary.
Period of time.
And excuse me?
See, that's the reason I got
Even
rid
over
her
a
in the
period of
first place.
time. Today, you make more money. You make more money, and you just heard.
This is where the judge calls it out directly. She recognizes that the case was presented in a misleading way from the very beginning. Instead of acknowledging a special needs child, the situation was framed as a standard child turned 18 scenario. And that matters, because courts expect full transparency, especially when a dependent's well-being is involved. At this point, the judge isn't just evaluating the request, she's correcting the narrative, and that rarely ends well for the person who tried to control it.
This man testify that a medical doctor told him that it's going to stop the care coming to his home is going to end in 2 years.
2 years.
2 years, right? That is a long time.
Allow me a 2-year reprieve so I can do some things that I need to do.
Ma'am,
I don't have a problem continuing taking care of my child.
The only reprieve you're going to receive here today is to start your child support obligation on a monthly basis to this man, okay? That's where we're going to do.
Is it continued because I've been doing?
Oh, yeah, it's going to go up.
Excuse me.
It's definitely going to go up. Yes, sir.
Apparently, denial isn't just in Africa. It's here today.
Look, listen, sir. Listen. Your little innuendos, those are cute, but let's leave them somewhere else. They're not going to take place in here, okay? They're not going to take place in here. And ma'am, your outburst, please. I'm not impressed.
I'm not impressed either.
You shouldn't be. You should not be impressed. You came into this courtroom and tried to misrepresent, and you just simply don't want to take care of your child. That is ridiculous. Ma'am, so you said you make $42,000 a year.
And here comes the outcome shift. What started as a request to stop payments now turns into an increase. This is a perfect example of legal backfire. With confirmed higher income, ongoing care needs, and damaged credibility, the court adjusts the obligation accordingly. In family law, the system is designed to protect the dependent party, and in this case, that protection just got stronger. The lesson here is simple. When the facts don't support your request, pushing forward can actually make things worse.
To my calculation, that's about $3,500 for gross a month. That puts your net resources at $2,948.13. Who carries the health insurance on the child?
That would be me, ma'am.
Well, the adult child, excuse me. You carry health insurance, and what were you getting ready to say, ma'am?
Both of us.
So the child is equally covered. Okay, great.
Yes, that is correct.
And I heard you say that you had a 16-year-old.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to base your child support. You get credit for the child that you already have. So your child support is going to be set at $471.08 per month.
Say that again?
$471.70 per month.
That's clear.
Okay. Is there anything further?
Well, I was hoping, ma'am, if I could get a little boost in that, because the youngest son, he currently is being tested as well for some problems that he may be having.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
this is not the platform for you to be asking for an increase, and you just heard what this woman makes, and you heard me do the calculation based on what it is that she makes.
Well, I just asking, ma'am.
No, sir. That's not how these things are done.
I mean,
You cannot get an increase from what she's making. What she makes is what she's making. Now, if you want to do something later and file something in court once it's been diagnosed, what your other child may have, then you can do that. But until then, is there anything further?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. You all may be dismissed.
You want a clown.
These wing together now.
So in the end, the judge makes one thing clear. This case was never about age, it was about need. The law doesn't abandon a child just because they turn 18, especially when they require ongoing care. What truly shaped this outcome was not just the facts, but how they were presented. A lack of transparency, shifting financial claims, and ignoring the child's condition all played a role in this final decision. Now I want to hear from you. Did the judge get it right, or should there have been some level of relief? Drop your thoughts below. And if you want more real, high-stakes courtroom breakdowns like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next case.